Here's the true-to-life ghost story of the Enfield Poltergeist, one of the most famous and well-documented hauntings in history. In August 1977, the Hodgson family began experiencing strange and disturbing occurrences in their modest home at 284 Green Street in Enfield, a suburban area in North London. Peggy Hodgson, a single mother, lived there with her 4 children: Margaret, 14, Janet, 11, Johnny, 10, and Billy, 7. It was Janet who first noticed the unusual activity. She and her brother Johnny heard knocking sounds coming from the walls and saw furniture moving on its own. At first, Peggy dismissed their claims as childish imagination. However, it wasn't long before she too witnessed the bizarre events. One night she saw a chest of drawers moving across the room, blocking the door. No matter how hard she tried to push it back, it seemed to move on its own, as if guided by an invisible force. The activity escalated quickly, and soon the entire family was experiencing strange noises, objects being thrown, and an eerie feeling of being watched. Terrified and desperate for help, Peggy called the police. When the officers arrived, they too witnessed the phenomena. A chair moved across the floor without any visible cause, leaving the officers baffled and unable to offer any practical assistance. With nowhere else to turn, Peggy reached out to the media, hoping that someone might be able to explain what was happening. The story of the haunted house in Enfield quickly caught the attention of the Daily Mirror, which sent a photographer and a reporter to investigate. They witnessed marbles and Lego bricks being thrown across the room by an unseen force, and the reporter, Graham Morris, captured a photograph of Janet apparently levitating in mid-air. These chilling images and first-hand accounts brought widespread attention to the Hodgson family's plight. The case also attracted the interest of paranormal investigators Maurice Grosse and Guy Lyon Playfair, who were members of the Society for Psychical Research. They began an extensive investigation, spending months in the Hodgson home documenting the strange occurrences. Grosse and Playfair recorded numerous audio tapes of unexplained noises, disembodied voices, and eerie conversations with an entity that claimed to be the spirit of a man named Bill Wilkins, who had died in the house years earlier. Janet seemed to be the focus of the poltergeist activity. She would enter trance-like states, during which she spoke in a deep, guttural voice, identifying herself as Bill Wilkins. The voice claimed he had died of a hemorrhage while sitting in the living room, a fact later corroborated by Bill Wilkins' son. The investigators recorded over 2,000 instances of such phenomena, including objects being thrown, furniture being moved, and Janet's inexplicable levitations. Skeptics argued that the events were a hoax, suggesting that the children, particularly Janet, were seeking attention or playing pranks. While some instances could potentially be explained by natural causes or exaggerations, the sheer volume of documented evidence made it difficult to dismiss the case entirely. Even experienced investigators like Grosse and Playfair were convinced that something genuinely paranormal was occurring. The haunting continued for nearly 2 years, causing immense stress and fear for the Hodgson family. Eventually, the activity began to subside in 1979, and the family was able to return to a semblance of normalcy. Janet later admitted that she and her siblings had sometimes exaggerated or fabricated events to get a rise out of the investigators, but she maintained that the core experiences were real and terrifying. The Enfield poltergeist remains one of the most compelling and controversial cases in the history of paranormal research. The extensive documentation, eyewitness accounts, and media coverage make it a landmark case for those studying the unexplained. Whether one believes in the supernatural or not, the story of the Hodgson family's ordeal continues to captivate and intrigue, serving as a chilling reminder of the mysteries that may lurk just beyond the veil of our understanding.